Cheers, welcome to my channel. This is a beginning of the month for the month of May tarot oracle reading. And Leo, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not Leo, we all have a little bit of Leo in us somewhere. If you do have your birth chart, what house is Leo in? That could be tell you about where this energy is most prominent for you. Also, if this is a timely reading, so if you're watching it at this time, it's the perfect time for you. Having said that, if it's been a while since I posted this, what was going on in your life back then, that could give you further clarity as to your situation now. Wow, okay, so we have an ace here. The aces are coming up a lot in the readings. This is great to see. This is talking about passion for new discovery, wanting to move forward in a strong way. This energy is saying there's a gift coming in from the divine, and this gift is to have passion again in your life. And this can be like talking about finding something new that you're interested in. You know, sometimes life beats us down a little bit and we get kind of cynical and we, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that kind of energy. But then, and it's more of an attitude than a problem, if that makes sense. Or it's an attitude problem. And so this is talking about having passion again in your life. It's a gift from the divine and from the universe collaborating to bring something to you that you could really enjoy. Maybe it's something that you've always wished for and you've never experienced as of yet. So sometimes this card can represent someone who's a public figure. You might be in the public eye or in public works, employments in some way. This could represent that you have a platform on social media, that type of energy. And so this person has all these cups. There's 9 cups here, and there's only 10 in the tarot. Cups in tarot represent love, quite often romantic love, but hopefully not in this case. That's a busy guy. But this can be more like, the cups can represent love of anyone or anything, and also what you love to do or be. So this could be a lot of different project, like again, like having the passion to want to do things that you used to love to do. Maybe it's something that you've always wanted to be, so you're inspired now to take a course or something so that you could be that thing. That type of energy. Also, it could involve different people in your life, like your romantic partner, plus maybe your parents, your children, your neighbors, that type of energy. So we can't tell yet if these cups are behind him, or are they right above his head now, or are they forward? So they're in the future, the past, the present, or the future. The energy here says that he's a little bit distracted. When you sit like this in body language, it's talking about leaking energy, like being not 100% focused in the lower body. Like it's almost like wanting to get up and do something else. Like you've been working on something and you're at 9 cups and you're thinking, oh, I still have to keep going. And many a race is lost in the last lap. So this is saying keep your focus. This is infinite potential here, the way his arms are formed. So this energy is talking about there's so much potential here. Stay in the race. Don't lose your focus now. You're almost there. You're at 9 cups. You only have 1 to go. And so sometimes I feel like that can come from like almost a cynicism as well, where like, do I really need that 10th cup? You don't need it. Maybe you want it. And maybe it's you're trying to prove something to yourself, that type of energy. This is talking about this is the underlying energy for your internal forces. And so it's kind of like a battle within yourself. Do I really deserve to have what I really want? That might be a little bit overwhelming. So then this is it's funny how when we get close to what we want, a lot of people quit right before they get what they want. It's a common phenomena. And it's like, this card is saying, stay focused, stay in the game. You can always give one of those cups away if you get the 10th one. All right, so this is talking about your the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords is one of 4 queens in the tarot, and this energy represents discernment, learning discernment, and sometimes learning discernment the hard way. The swords are the element of air, and they represent the energy of your thoughts. So, you know, this is your mental intelligence, your discipline of your mind, and also, you know, you express your the thoughts with your words, and those could be written or verbal. And so this queen, she is considered the coldest queen in the deck. She's been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. She is tired of bullshit, and she has clarity now. Her head is above the clouds, and she knows what she wants. She does have her left hand out, and you know, it's kind of looking right at the world, like, give me a new world. I want that. That's what I want. Come here. Kind of energy like that. But like, this is saying that you this is how you identify with yourself right now. You might be feeling a little bit fed up with people around you, the situation you're in. It's kind of like, I'm tired of putting up with bullshit. I'm not putting up with any more bullshit. If you want to come in and you have something really interesting to say or do, I would entertain that. But don't come in and hand me a bunch of bullshit, or off with your head. That's the energy she's in. And it is kind of a cold energy, but it's more like because she's just been there, done that, and really is mature enough now that she doesn't want it. So that's how you feel right now, yourself, how you're identifying, tired of the bullshit. And having the discernment to be able to know when someone is in that, you know, trying to hand you a plate of it. And this is talking about strong foundation for the pentacle energy. So pentacles represent health, wealth, happiness in the 3rd dimensional world. And of course, a big part of that is money. So it's represented by the coin. But this energy, this card actually talks about the 3 levels of making money. But the pentacles in general are more about lifestyle, because you could have all the money that you want and still not be living the lifestyle that you want to be living. So this is talking about the 3 levels of making money. Like, you have a strong foundation. It's saying right now, this is about your abundance and how you feel about it. So you know you have a strong foundation. Basically, this is safe money. You've got 1 foot on each, you know, each foot is, you're standing on a coin, and it's balanced. So this is talking about you have enough money to maybe make your mortgage payment, your car payments, like pay the bills, that type of energy, but there's not a whole lot left over to be able to go after your heart's desires. Or you have your heart's desires, like when it comes to your lifestyle, but maybe there's something missing, your crown and glory, and sometimes that might be having this cup of love. Maybe you have everything that you could ever want in your lifestyle, that most people would say, wow, I want to be like that public figure, you know, like they have everything, but you don't feel like you have the love of your life. Maybe, you know, you want, that's maybe what's missing in your life, or you don't love what you do anymore. You've become kind of cynical, and now you would rather, like, this gift of passion could be a huge upgrade for you. So it's kind of this card also, I just want to point out, this person has his back to the city, because he's realizing if he wants to go for his crown and glory, sometimes you have to make sacrifices, and sometimes you have to leave your comfort zone. So when you're in this position, there might be opportunities that have come up and you've sold yourself short to be able to get into the next level. And so this is saying, don't play small. When there's opportunities coming in, take the time to research them. And if you feel like, okay, I have that little bit left over, invest in that. The very best investment you can make is in yourself. And so this is sometimes saying he's turning his back on the city. He might, to get this new perspective in his life and to have what he wants, he might actually have to make a move, not just out of his comfort zone, but maybe actually relocate. Sometimes that's what it's about. Or sometimes it's going to work for a new company, or even maybe changing your career goals, that type of energy. We have the Queen of Wands, and this is representing communication in early life. So basically, this is saying how you you are naturally. And the Queen of Wands is considered to be, you know, natural beauty, and she's happy because she follows that's what the sunflower represents. The sunflower represents following the sun. So the heads of the sunflower plant, they turn with the sun as the sun moves across the horizon. And this is talking about her being on her destined path. She's finds creative solutions to problems. She doesn't worry. What she does is she uses her intuition as well as her logic and comes to creative solutions very quickly. This energy is talking about the veil, the thin veil between the spiritual realm and the physical. And so she understands that if she uses her logic and her intuition together, that she could come to creative solutions. She has this little black cat here, and she's like, she doesn't care if other people think it's bad luck. If she wants a black cat, she'll have a black cat. She loves her cat. And, you know, why should she be worried that her cat is going to bring her bad luck? Also, the wand, the energy here of the passion, the wand is made of wood. Wood fuels the fire, and she commands fire. So she sets the tone. That's the energy. And she's all about passion. She can get very passionate about what she's doing. Because she doesn't worry. Whatever. She's like the teenagers, whatever. So the emotional foundation is talking about someone here who's actually feeling like they have they're stubborn, have a closed mind. It's kind of like there's only two ways to do this, and I don't like either one. And those two ways are like this or that, or my way or the highway. That's kind of the energy that we can get into. And it's interesting, quite often these cards come up together, and look at the body language is very similar in these cards, but there's the big difference is here. Both of them aren't 100% focused. They're leaking energy from the bottom of, you know, very similar with their feet turned out like this. It's draining from the base root chakra, basically. And so it's kind of wasting energy that could be better used. And then, but she has her arms crossed, but they are covering her heart. And so this is talking about she's feeling vulnerable about something that's happened in her life, and she's protecting her heart and what she really wants. And she's got a blindfold on, so she can't really see you know, what she wants to see, so she just doesn't want to see it all, basically. And this can represent, you know, a lot of times people will say, well, I'll believe it when I see it. But the thing is that the human eye can only see like a small bandwidth of the spectrum of light. And, you know, you'll see sometimes like my cat, she's sleeping on my lap right now. But sometimes when I'm doing readings, like she's running around here like a maniac chasing, I don't know what. She can see it though. Like she's definitely can see something. And, you know, cats can see better than human beings. So especially at night. So that's that type of energy. You notice their pupils are very different from ours. And so this energy is talking about, you know, even when you can see it, and you think you're seeing the whole story, you aren't. So it's not really about seeing it or believing it. It's more about allowing your intuition and your logic. These swords do represent your mental intelligence and your mind, but they also represent using your logic and your intuition like the Queen of Wands does. And so she doesn't sit in this position. She's like, whatever, I'll take a creative solution, and if that doesn't work, I'll find another one. It's that type of energy. So this is talking about the right arm over the left arm. The right arm is your logic, and your left arm represents your intuition. And so this energy is like the logic is trying to hold back the intuitive side. And so there might be something around that you might want to look at. You know, are you not going after your heart's desires because you're always doing the logical thing? And that's unsatisfying energy. We do have a new moon in the back here. So the new moon energy is talking about, you know, starting anew. But we have a full moon coming up here in 2 days, basically. And that's on May 1st. And that full moon is in Scorpio. And that Scorpio energy is about transformation, and it's about transition. And so this energy, sometimes if we don't, like, if we're like kind of set on our ways, it's very interesting because the full moon coming up on May 1st, it's in Scorpio, but the opposing sign for that is Taurus. And the Taurus energy is don't touch my shift. I don't want to risk my safety. I don't want to, I don't want to risk having my possessions taken from me. I don't want you touching my shift. And the Scorpio energy is let's blow it up and see what happens and put it back together. I bet you we could make it better. And it's like like there's an inner battle there, like with that energy. And that full moon is kind of highlighting this. So if you're feeling kind of this way, that there isn't a solution that you really feel, it could be because you're not allowing that the intuition to come through. And so this is talking about, when the moon is around, the new moon and the full moon, we're highly intuitive, and what better time to tune in. If your intuition is telling you something, you don't have to act on it right away, and you don't have to act on it like just because. You could apply what you learned from your intuition in a logical manner, and then you might find that there's several solutions to whatever it is that's bothering you. And then we have this energy here of the Page of Pentacles. So the pages in tarot represent some sort of information coming in, and that can be, information. This is internal forces. So this is about information. The pages would work for the king and queen in the old days, and they would be really young. So this is like having that kind of that youthful attitude when it comes to issues. It's like before you get beaten down by life. And so this, the pentacle energy, the pages each have their own element, and this page is very focused on the pentacle, so on lifestyle. And if you can imagine, like the pages would work for the king and queen, and they would come from the surrounding families at that time. And you have to remember, back then the lifespan was like half of what ours is now. And so they would start working very young, and they would come from the surrounding families and like be living at the palace, basically running errands and messages and communication back and forth. That was their main job. And they would learn a lot about the world that way. That so it was a real coup to be able to be a page. And the thing is that this energy of this wanting to learn, that kind of energy, wanting to learn how to make your resources more powerful, learn about business, learn about investing, that type of energy. So this new passion for discovery could be so many things. There's so many new things that we could decide, okay, this month I'm going to learn about this, and if I don't like it anymore, then next month I'll start learning about something else. It's that type of having this youthful attitude towards it. Now, this is saying that some sort of communication is coming in. And in the old days, the pages would always be male, but now this could definitely, it's important to recognize that in tarot, the cards are archetypes. So any one card could represent, this could be a female in her feminine energy as well as a male in his feminine energy, just as like the male figure here could be a female or a male in their masculine energy. Also, the way that the communication would come in was always in person. But now, in those days, because that's the only form they had, nowadays we have all sorts of forms of communication. So this could be a phone call, a text message. It could be, an email coming through. Maybe you, something comes for you in the mail, documents, that type of energy. This also could be, a scholarship or something coming in for you to learn maybe about finance, taking business classes, that type of energy. This can represent, maybe you're on social media, someone messages you and you go to an event and you meet the perfect person who has the information that you need about something that you want to work on. that type that would improve your lifestyle. And it's always a good idea to also pay attention to what's happening at the top of the pyramid, because whatever's happening at the top of the pyramid with the leaders of the world, that is going to have a trickle-down effect on everybody to some extent. And you can sometimes learn about trends or something. So maybe if this is about wanting, maybe you have a little extra money and you're thinking, maybe I would like to learn about the stock market or whatever. And then you see that something's trending, and then you could look into it and research that. So it could just give you this passion for new discovery is a real gift, because it's this love of learning again, basically. And then we have the World card here. So the World is talking about the end of a cycle. When in the tarot, in the major arcana, the Fool starts on his journey at the 0 point. And then when he gets to card 21, whoop, that cycle's over. You've learned all you can doing it in this way, in this cycle, with these people, where you are, that type of energy. This cycle is now over. You've achieved whatever you can from this cycle. It's time to start another cycle. And so that we're seeing a lot of new energy coming in, because there were so many planets in Aries for in the last month or two, and some of them are hanging around. Like Neptune is going to be there for 14 years, Saturn for 2.5 to 3, and now also we have Uranus just moved on the 25th. Uranus moved into the sign of Gemini, and so what we're seeing happening right now is a lot of truth coming out. And you know, Uranus is going to be in Gemini for the next 7 to 8 years, and the last time that Uranus was in Gemini was 1941 to 1949. That's when World War II energy was out and about. And so this energy, we can learn from it, and we can, history doesn't have to repeat itself. We can learn from the old cycle, move into the new cycle. Basically, this Uranus and Gemini energy, I love it. It's about the truth coming out. And so there's going to be a lot of truth coming out in the next 7 to 8 years, and there'll be some hard truths about yourself on the internal forces, and then some truths about, you know, the world. And you might even be really surprised with this energy here and this passion for new discovery, that some of the truths that come out, it's like, woohoo! I didn't know it could be like that. You know, things are changing, shift is happening. And so let's move forward. That's the energy. So Leo, that's kind of right up your alley anyway, because Leo is like about being in a leadership role. Leaders Leos are natural born leaders. You are the element of fire, so it's natural for you to have passion and want to discover new. The energy here, this is my Mean Girls card. So this is talking about having competition. Now, when this energy here is about your emotional foundation, and this is talking about your creativity, and this could be about your, you know, about maybe it can be romance and children. And so maybe you've thought, like, maybe you're divorced. Quite often the Queen of Swords represents someone who's divorced or separated, and maybe you've thought, I'm never getting married again. I don't, like, it didn't work out. I didn't have the lifestyle I want. And now you're maybe like, well, maybe I do, you know, and maybe I should try a new cycle here. And so this is talking about wanting to shake up your routines in that. Now this card here, the Mean Girls card, is talking about immature competition. And so this could be saying, this is coming in from the external forces. So it's not uncommon for Leo energy to come up against this type of energy, because just of the Leos are very outgoing, so they'll engage with a lot of people. This energy is taught, and Leos have a tendency to be leaders, and so if they're like on a team, let's say you're on a sport team, you could very easily be the captain of the team. You know, if you are in university, you could very easily be the valedictorian, you know, that type of energy. And so quite often, though, it takes Leos quite a while to build up to that energy, to be mature enough to be able to embrace what it takes to be a leader. And this can be like impulsive energy. So sometimes that impulsiveness can get you into trouble. And so this is talking about, thinking about narcissistic cheerleaders. And maybe they're in, grade 7, grade 8, or they're going into high school, and there's a competition with other cheerleading teams, and they want that trophy. They can see there's another team there that's doing better than them, but they figure they can figure out a way to win, and they'll do anything to win. And if they don't succeed, their mothers will by pulling strings in the back. It's that type of energy. So after you mature, you start to realize, wait a minute, I can learn from the competition. I don't have to have the trophy to win. I could watch that team and figure out how are they doing that, and learn to do what they're doing. And then the next time I come out, even if I'm only 1% better than I was before, I'm going to have a way better chance at winning that trophy. And if it's a team, then that could be saying, hey, if everybody on the team does that, the whole team is going to be that much better. And it can really add up fast. So instead of fighting with the competition and worrying about the competition, learn from the competition. And really when it comes right down to it, you figure it out eventually that, hey, the real competition is with the last version of yourself. So because if you can be 1% better at anything, whether that be going for a job interview and you get the position because you don't let the nerves get the best of you, and you have the best interview ever and you get chosen. It's that type of energy. So learn from the competition, rather than being all worked up about the trophy. And then this is coming up with the energy of the wounded warrior. So the wounded warrior represents someone that's doing their best to be on their path. These wands represent seeds that you've planted along the way, actions that you've taken, and they've taken root now. And this is kind of what is behind you now. This is what you've brought in. And so if you're at 9 wands here, there's only 10 wands in the tarot. So this is saying that you have managed to land all of this action. It's landed. You've made it work on some level, but you're exhausted from doing it, and you're leaning hard on this 9th wand. Again, this card is saying don't quit now. Keep going. Many people quit right before they cross the finish line. And so the wounded warrior in particular represents someone that's doing things, on their destined path. So there could be an easier way to do it maybe, but it might be cheating or, cutting corners, that type of energy. And this is saying, the wounded warrior is saying, no, I'm doing things the way I want to feel good about myself. I want to know that I've done the best that I can do. And this is actually in your position of partnerships, commitments, and even spousal energy. So this energy, it feels like maybe you've had it comes up like it's lifestyle, but it's also like we have this desire for this last cup. And so maybe you just don't feel that you've ever had the partner that is that perfect person for you. I feel like it's some sort of energy like that. And if it's not about that, it could be about, like in work situation, finding that someone that you could really rely on and that you would even consider being in partnership with in your business. So it would lighten the load for you, and it would be more fun, like more to have more some new energy brought into the situation. We have the Justice card here. So there is some sort of justice wanting to come in that this is coming in from the external forces. Now the external forces, this is the energy, immature competition from the external forces, or an immature attitude about competition that you need to resolve here. And so but this card is telling me that you have done your best to stay on your destined path and do things in a just way. Like your morality matters to you. Let me put it to you that way. And so there is some sort of justice wanting to come in, and that's in a position of transition. And so this is talking about, like, she's got her right foot forward and she's ready to wield this justice at a moment's notice. So something has been maybe unfair in your life. Like there's this competition here, and maybe you have been in a position where you're divorced or separated. And maybe that lowered your lifestyle kind of energy. But I don't feel like that. I feel like you, this card represents that you know how to get that back. Like you know, you've been there, done that kind of energy. So you know what you need to do to get where you're going. But it's just having that justice. Like if you're staying on your path and doing things the way you should and really doing your best, then sometimes why is the competition who are doing things like in, you know, cutting corners and not doing like half the quality that your work is, why do they seem to be doing better than you? And that's the thing, seeming to do better than you, because this is talking about a shift in the way you're thinking. You might be thinking that things have to be done a certain way, a traditional way, and maybe this justice card is pointing out that you have been doing things the right way, but maybe you could look at it from a slightly different angle and not have such a closed mind about it. Learning from the competition. Maybe there's something they're doing that you're not open-minded about, and really it could be really beneficial to you. And then we have this energy of the Six of Swords represents someone who just feels like their life has been really chaotic and wanting to move on from that. And I feel like this energy here, because this is coming as an external force. So it's this energy, there's maybe been this bullshit energy, you've put up with a lot from other people maybe, and this can even be talking about, it could be from your childhood. This is in higher education. So sometimes when if we go inward and we go off, like decide, okay, maybe I just need to get away and take a rest for like go to a retreat or something, and just get out of this chaotic situation or these emotions that I have, and just get away for even a weekend, if it that, and get into calmer waters and meditate and pray and just go isolate myself and get away from the situation so I can have a new viewpoint. And sometimes like this energy can talk about you know, like it can be, you have to dig deep to move out of this, whatever this energy is. Maybe you've kind of, like you used to be in this energy and now you're more cynical. That's the energy I keep picking up. And so going back to how you were when you were a child, naturally happy and creative and that type of energy. And sometimes this can represent needing to heal some part of your inner child. This conveyor is digging deep to push out of these volatile emotions. And the adult and the child, you notice they have no baggage whatsoever. And this is about going off to calmer waters with God, like taking a little trip. And so that might be a really good idea for you right now. If you've been like, if you're in this energy, just having even a few days, if you can do so, where you can just isolate yourself and just breathe and just, you know, enjoy going for walks in nature. If you can't take the days off, just get out in the sun, you know, that type of energy. Make sure you take that time to look after yourself, have a hot bath, you know, do what you need to do to get into this balanced energy again. This is what the hangman does. When the hangman is trying to figure something out, he hangs from the tree of knowledge, and he hangs there until his aura lights up with the light. And this is talking about, now I know, like, this is how I'm going to move forward. So this type of energy can give you, he's hanging upside down because he wants to get a totally different perspective on where he's going. And I feel like an open mind can be like a parachute. It could save your life. And I feel like it's something so subtle that it's not, I don't feel like it's a really big thing for you to accept this new passion in life again. I feel like it's just something, it's going to be an aha moment. oh, I get it. I just need to do this, that type of energy. And this is a great time for doing that right now, with all the truth energy coming out. And then also, you know, with this Scorpio energy about this moon coming in, about transition. It's like, and this ace, it's representing, think of things in a new way, do something in a new way, do something new. Maybe it's weird, but I'm getting like, even like go to one of those places where you can learn how to climb, you know, a rock climbing wall or something like that, something that stimulates you. Something that doesn't like take a whole lot of time, but it's something you haven't done before. It's not super expensive. It's just something you can go do. Or maybe you've always wanted to take a course. Take that course. Invest in yourself. That's the best investment that you can make. And maybe you'll meet someone there in that, you know, that type of energy. All right. And then we have, so this is about higher learning. And this is about your career and reputation. And I really feel like that this is talking about that, like really being able to boost your income and moving into your heart's desires rather than just, you know, going on a daily schedule. And then, yeah, look at this, because this card, the Six of Pentacles, is saying it's time to sow some seeds for what you really want to do. And this is talking about the give and take in life. And so you might be in a position where you feel like, man, I've been like, you know, I've been giving a lot of love to a lot of people, and I've been like kind, and I've been generous. Like this person has 6 pentacles, and they're giving to charity, and they're giving to this person because their discernment is telling them that, hey, that this person is going to appreciate it, and they're going to make their life better because of it, and I can feel good about that. Whereas this person, he's got the scales of justice hanging over this person, because look at, they have something in the back pocket here. Like, why would I give you my money when you already have what you need to move forward? You know, you're a grifter. Go, leave me alone. I'm not. And this is maybe, this is learning the give and take in life. How much are you going to invest in others? Who are you going to invest in? How much are you investing in yourself? How much are you investing in a particular project? Is it really what you want to be doing? Those are the questions I feel are coming up, because this energy can sometimes talk about breadcrumbing, and maybe this energy also of being kind, really kind to people, and you know, they maybe haven't appreciated it, and you didn't get the return that you were expecting, so it's made you a little bit cynical, that type of energy. So this is about, you know, here it's your career and reputation, and there's more money coming in that you would have enough to invest. But instead of maybe giving that away to someone that doesn't appreciate it, appreciate yourself. That's the energy I feel. I feel maybe you've been over giving, and that energy needs to, you need to start really focus on yourself right now. If you don't have that special someone in your love life, you need to be that special someone. Does that make sense to you? That's the type of energy I'm picking. Yeah, because this is a disturbing card, because when you look at it, it's like, you feel like you've been stabbed in the back and left unalive. And this is talking about a lot of energy that way. But, you know, this is like, not like, this energy here is saying you've been through it, and now you want to heal from this energy. And this is talking, although this person is down on the ground, there's light at the end of the tunnel. And this energy here is talking about, like, he has his hand in the form of a blessing, just like the Hierophant. So this justice that you're waiting to come in, you need to give this to yourself first. That's what I'm getting. This is talking about put yourself first at this time. And the blessing is that this cycle is over. We're seeing this here again. And I feel like this is talking about sabotaging yourself by giving to other people who don't appreciate it. And then they breadcrumb you, and you're like, why are they doing that? It's because you're doing it to yourself as well. So that's the type of energy that's coming up. So this is talking about this cycle is coming to an end, and it will be your discernment about how much of yourself to give to others and what to expect. Expect See, expectations, when we say that word, expectations will always create limitations, because things, you may have noticed, things don't go the way we expect them to. So anticipate a strong future, and invest first and foremost in yourself right now. That's the energy I'm really picking up for you, Leo. It's important that you invest in yourself, and I feel like that will give you this passion for new discovery, and it will give you this feeling again. And then when you're in that energy, I feel everything that you've learned from this, it's just going to all start falling into place like these wands did. And you're almost there. You're so close to having what you want. You just can't see it right now. I feel because you're kind of in this energy of really, I'm getting like the energy of feeling overwhelmed by not inconsistency. It could be inconsistency, but the what's the word? Disappointment in others. Just the wow. I had no idea that these people were this shallow. That kind of energy. Disappointed in yourself for not seeing it sooner. That type of energy. You need to let that go so you can move into this next cycle. I am going to clarify this for you. There's so much opportunity here. You're so close. And this energy is wanting to change for you. The universe wants to bring justice in for you here. The best justice is living well. All right, so we're going to clarify this, and let's see what we have here. This is my Oracle, Tales from the Vector. I started working on this back in 2007, and in 2020 I completed all 64 paintings. It's from the Intergalactic Federation of Light. And this is, I do have a website, talesfromthevector.com, and this oracle is, these are the paintings. The numbers on these cards are the paintings listed in the, they're listed in the order of this in the gallery. That's what these numbers represent. So you can get this, you can go to the website. I will have the information below. I will put them in the order they appear here. Sorry, I was taking in, as I was laying these cards out, I was like, okay, I'm already seeing like this being like so changeable here. Okay, so I hope I made that myself clear. So these are the numbers, how they're listed in my gallery of paintings. On my website. The information will be in the information box below, and these are in the order that they appear here, so you know which paintings to look at if you're interested. So this is Temperance, and this is about having devotion. This is talking about devotion to your path and having the passion to keep going. So this energy has been coming up for a lot of people about feeling overwhelmed and I'm just going to quit. Don't quit now. You're doing, like, you're so close to your goal that you can't see it. A lot of people quit right before they're about to cross the finish line. You are way closer than you realize. Look at, this is wishing on a shooting star, is also talking about this base chakra energy and like that feeling of being tired. I feel like a quick 3-day retreat would be right in order. You know, go spoil yourself. If someone else isn't doing that for you, do it for yourself. And this is having a strong attitude. So if you wish upon a star and then you just sit there and wait for it to fall in your lap, you're probably going to be disappointed. So what you need to do is take action, and your attitude around that is going to be the deciding force. Scotoma is when you have a blind spot and you couldn't see. And I feel like because your heart, I feel like you just have a very open heart and you're a loving person. And so you're not used to being in this cold energy. I feel like a sadness that you never wanted to be in this energy. But you needed to be, so that it's a blessing in disguise, because there was a blind spot as to your ability to see that other side of people, and recognize that you don't have to change the way you are, except you have to have better discernment about who you're investing in, and how much are you investing in others, and is it a fair exchange? So you might have had a blind spot around that. And unfortunately, there are a lot of people out there that will take advantage of someone's kindness, and they'll see it as a weakness. But kindness is never a weakness. It's just also at the same time being able to see not having a blind spot about it. So just recognizing that not everybody has good intentions, and you need to make sure that you recognize that for yourself. And then the star energy is talking about you were born to shine. You're a Leo. Of course you're a star. And the dissemination is there's an elephant in the room, but you were ignoring it. Elephant? What elephant? It's kind of like you didn't want to believe that people around you could be so callous. And, they could be people that were close to you in your inner circle. And you just were like, no, I've known them for so many years. I've known them my whole life. But then you start to realize, you know what? They have been like this my whole life. And that's this energy here. As soon as you realize that and you open your mind up to the possibilities, then you're more on a foolhardy journey. Instead of being on this one of expectations, now you're going to anticipate having a good life because you've learned that discernment. You're going to invest in yourself. The Aries energy here, I really feel that this is representing all the new Aries energy that we've been in. And this is a fire sign, so this is up your alley anyway. I just feel like it's going to be a small tweak and people are going to be like, whoa. Like it's going to be like someone lit a fire under your butt. And you're just like, you're going to want to be and do and have love for yourself and really pour that energy that you used to pour into other people, even people that were in competition with you. You're going to pour that into yourself now and feed yourself so that you get out of this energy and quit breadcrumbing yourself and you move into this new energy where you're a star and you're on you can anticipate a good journey. And the Aries is about new. A lot of new energy coming in. And then we have the Hermit. And so the Hermit is talking about, the Hermit goes up to the top of the mountain to be with God and get that clarity. And it's very similar to this energy here. I also feel that there might have been something that happened in your childhood that you're not aware of, or it's been suppressed. And when that energy heals, the Hermit has a dark night of the soul when they goes through something where they really have to face this energy. And when the lantern lights up with the light of the North Star energy, which is when you're on your destined path, then they're able to move forward in a strong way and come down from the mountain and implement what they've learned. I feel like there's so many opportunities coming in for you here. And then we have a new world again. So here is where it changes. And this is when you become neutral to this energy. The people that whatever happened in the past, you recognize, okay, I just need to use my discernment more and invest in myself right now. I need to feed this wounded warrior so that the wounded warrior energy can continue. And I feel there was some abuse of power here. Like even with partnerships, commitments, and that type of energy, spousal energy, sometimes when someone is really overgiving, other people will just take advantage of that. And it is an abuse of power in some ways, but then you have to take your power back, because if you're allowing that to happen, then you're starting to be part of the problem of the abuse to yourself. And we have the Magician. This is definitely an energetic upgrade coming in for you. You have the tools that you need. You've learned everything you need to learn. And this is talking about it's an upgrade for you. There's a lot of potential here. I'm feeling that, like it's such a small little tweak. And when you get it, it's going to be like this, aha, I need to be more balanced in that. This is whatever energy was causing this. I feel like if you just pray about it, ask God for assistance here. I really feel like you could have a dream or something come to you, and the truth will come to you, and you'll go, oh, it's something like a scotoma is like when it's a blind spot, you just can't see it, and everybody else can see it, but you can't. or you're the only one that can see it and no one else can. And I feel that there's something in you that you know what that is, this star quality that will elevate you into your authentic desires and eventually into your crowning glory. And very quickly I'm getting, once you get it, because you were born to shine. And this energy is talking about destruction. So progress in motion is not, sometimes things have to blow up for you to be able to get into a position where you pay attention to it. And you force yourself to see things the way they really are so that you can move forward and anticipate your journey instead of like kind of dreading it. And I'm getting that this is, the Chariot energy is saying this energy is changing right now. Even if you're listening to this reading right now, it's changing as I speak, that type of energy. And then we have this energy of this one here, the battle star. There we go. So this is talking about having the courage to get back up and face whatever has happened. And you have been very successful. I can tell, like this energy here is talking about, you know how to be successful. You just kind of lost your mojo for it. Like you're just kind of like, oh, I don't feel like being in the race anymore. Yes, you do. Cross that finish line and you will see that you'll have all this. I can feel this new energy coming in for you. And I feel like because the Chariot it's already on the spiritual level, it's already there inside you. And it's just, I feel like it's a little tweak and you'll be shocked at how quickly things turn around. All right, I do hope this has been beneficial for you. Give it a like and comment. If it has, consider subscribing if you resonate with the energy. I feel really good about this reading for you, Leo. You know, take a deep breath and go for it. All right, I will have another reading for you soon.